Hello and welcome to the Painting Miniatures channel. Now, here's what I've got going on. I'm working on building my own set pieces for my own Dungeons & Dragons campaign. Right now, I know I haven't been producing a whole lot of content for the channel, but I'm very interested in producing content that's more aligned with what I'm aiming to do, and also I want to start getting back into painting miniatures. Problem is, right now, funds are not exactly the world's greatest. I just moved into this apartment 6 months ago, and I've been hemorrhaging money since. So that unfortunately takes precedence over making videos. However, that doesn't mean I want to stop making videos. It means when I have time, I will be producing content for this channel. Anyways, what I'm working on in my spare time, and it's very rare these days, I'm working on putting together a miniature house right now. Well, this actually is going to be a cathedral when I'm done with it, probably. The idea being, I took some just regular El Cheapo ready board from a major retailer, blah blah blah, and started cutting pieces out of it. I used a cutting mat to get a rough idea of what size I needed it to be, which in this case it was 4x6, and I used an X-Acto knife. If I build anything else, I am getting a hot wire cutter. You know, one of those foam wire cutters, because this did not turn out well. I mean, look at those edges. That's not very good edges right there. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I show you the wrong side? This is the wrong side. Yeah, this is the side I actually cut. This was the outside edges. I just wanted to be funny and be like, hey, this is not a very good cut, blah, 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 blah. No, this was actually the edges. If you look at the flat edge here, yeah, there you go. So, what I will probably do, since this is the first time I've ever even attempted to make a miniature anything out of foam, what I will do is, instead of panicking and going, oh God, it's not straight, no! I'm going to just put this on the bottom, and then when I make the base, I'll make the base slightly go around it so that it looks even in flesh and all that good stuff. And probably nobody's gonna even notice, you know, is my theory on it. My theory on it is that it doesn't need to be perfect, because a lot of medieval buildings, while they were originally created perfectly, don't necessarily hold up over time, and an old decrepit chapel in like a graveyard is not going to hold up exactly perfectly. The ground's going to shift, you know, walls are going to be like this, that, or the other thing, you know. There's ways I can make it work, is what I'm saying. I've noticed that about most of the crafting channels, is when they make a mistake, and yes, it does happen, they don't sit there and go, I'm gonna have to start over. I accidentally did this wrong, blah, blah, blah. No, they look at it and go, okay, I screwed up. There's no such thing as screw-ups. There's just happy accidents, as Bob Ross would say. And that's kind of the methodology I'm working with here, is I am not going to do a perfect job. I know that going in, and this is just kind of a video log of me going, yeah, this ain't gonna end well, but I'm gonna at least try it anyway. And for a first attempt, what am I out, you know? I'm not out anything. All I have to do is just go, okay, so that didn't work. What can I do to improve it on the next one? Which, that's the mentality to have, especially when that was literally $1 worth of foam. I'll probably end up using less than a couple of dollars worth of paint on it to get it to at least look halfway mildly okay. And yeah, so I'm looking at it that way, is I am not going to sit here and freak out about that if it doesn't end well. So my end goal with this is I want to build a roof and put some definition on this. That's all I'm looking for, is how do I go from plain Jane boring old building, you know, cutout to, hey, that's a chapel. Well, what I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to use some of the layering techniques that I've seen, which effectively means I'm going to build some cutouts that, you know, build a cutout here for the edges, cutout here for the edges, maybe one in the middle here to give it a little bit more of a gothic style, and then the roof will be slanted like this. It'll be, slanted roof. It'll be a triangular slanted roof. And then probably down the top of it, I will probably do, shingling down the top. And then a door on probably the flatter side over here would be my guess, because if you look at this side is a lot more flat than this side. So it'd probably make more sense to do it that way, because then I could probably do the base around that. And all I'm going to end up doing with this is using it as a set piece anyway. So not a huge deal if it doesn't come out exactly perfect. Now, how I got the pieces to actually stick together was I just used some tacky glue. This is just general El Cheapo tacky glue. I didn't spend more than $2 on it. And this is pretty solid, but I'm still going to go down the middle of it with a hot glue gun, down the major creases on the inside, just to give it just a little bit more strength to it, because I do not trust that this will stay together over periods of handling, where if somebody decides to get mad and throw it across the room or something. I want this to have a little bit more oomph and strength behind it, is my goal. So I'm going to be working on that as I go along, and I'll be updating you on what I found works and what doesn't work, at least for me. This is not intended to be an instructional video. This is just a vlog type thing to tell you, hey, this is a thing I'm doing, and this is what I found works and what doesn't. So keep that in mind as we progress through this. There will be more painting videos on this channel, and I'm hoping to do an entire video on painting this thing. And I'm very much looking forward to showing you what I come up with for my first attempt, because how many people can honestly say they have never made something like that before and, put it up on YouTube? I'm really trying hard to make this look halfway decent, and a couple of years from now, I'm hoping to come back to this video, as in look back at this and go, man, I've improved a significant amount since then. So anyways, if you liked this video, please consider subscribing. Because I'm trying to get over at least 10 subscribers again. When I stopped uploading due to, hey, I'm slowly going broke due to going into new apartment, I started losing subscribers like crazy. So I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for the craziness that's about to happen, because I have this feeling that things are about to get really interesting really quickly once I start getting an idea of how the foam works. My biggest problem right now is just getting it so that I can make nice even cuts. If I can make nice even cuts, like with a foam cutting device really soon, I think things are going to get really interesting on this channel. So thank you guys for watching. I'm looking forward to talking to you again soon. Drop a comment down below and let me know what you think of all this craziness. And we'll get on to something a little bit more impressive in the next video. I'm planning on at least having the roof done, even if I have to do it by hand with the L not so sharp. What's the word? What are you? X-Acto knife. X-Acto knife. I couldn't think of the word X-Acto knife. Yeah, so that's a thing. Anyways, thank you guys, and I'll see you next round. Hopefully I have something better to show you.